Hi guys, today we have Rishikesh Wagle. Rishikesh Wagle is 99.58 percentile. I have written this here because I normally forget the numbers. I posted 99.61, so 99.58 percentile. Converted, got many IM calls and converted IM Shillong. So Rishi, today is going to be your story, your motivation story from the college days to the IM till today, what you've been doing, how you've been doing. So over to you. And I want you to convert this into a podcast. If you can like go hide your camera and just talk. And I want all the audience to just close your eyes and try to listen to what you're saying. I'm keeping the eyes open because I look at the chat. So all question you have will answer, try to answer every question. Yeah. So I will be the moderator. So please, sir, over to you.
Okay, so hi guys, my name is Rishikesh. I graduated in 2019 from Sardar Patel College of Engineering in electrical engineering. Okay, so when I was in college, I did not have the most impressive of the academic records. I'm not taking the numbers over here, but it was not very impressive, that much I can say. So when I decided to, when I was in college, I studied electrical. Okay, and mind you, despite having a good score in JEE and things like that, back then electrical was not doing very well when it comes to placements. We had absurdly low placements packages in electrical as compared to comms, and that's when it hit me that somewhere something I have to do in life to make this thing better. Somewhere something I have to do to make it better. Otherwise, I'll continue to work at about 3 or 4 my rest of the life. So that's when while I was contemplating over there, that's why my academic record is also low because I never really found any inspiration to work. There was no money, and mind you, back then I was not very passionate about electrical. I used to hate those transformers and diodes and God knows what nonsense we had over there. So okay, so then I decided to do CAT because mind you, GRE was a closed option and I was not very good in electrical, so I decided not to go abroad. Maybe just the intuition as to not really touch that option. So and GATE was also closed. Then so when I decided to do CAT, how I used to do is was there were I knew that I'd do something in CAT, but I never really expected this sort of a scope. Now, being a general engineering male candidate with an atrocious academic record, even to get into some baby I needed a 99 plus. I knew that. So 99 plus was not an inspiration for me, but it was a necessity for me. Otherwise, I would be screwed. Okay, and I had no good academic record, so I was not even sure whether I'll get placed on campus in SPC. So that's when I decided to shortlist few colleges which have no academic weightages, and that's where I shortlisted few colleges. One is I shortlisted IIM Kozhikode, IIM Calcutta, IIM Shillong. I knew I had FMS, MD, and all these colleges. So whenever I used to read an answer on Quora that I had 100 percentile, yet I did not make it to ABC, I was like, okay, at least I have so many calls I'll get, irrespective of my academic record. So, in case anyone of you is contemplating as to whether you have a bad academic record and you're not going to get a call or something like that, then it should not be a very big hindrance to your pathway. Then, post that, what I used to do is there were three things which are very important in CAT. One is the practice part. Now, I was least interested in electrical, so I was a last bencher. I used to sit on the last bench. I never liked the teacher never liked me. The equation was that. So what we used to do is we used to I used to get my online. I used to download previous year CAT papers. Now back then CAT papers weren't available in my third year. I gave in 2017. I am started releasing that CAT papers in the year 2017 only. So before that we did not have access to CAT papers. So what I used to do is I used to download old CAT papers, that is pre 2008 and ZAT papers. Those questions were a very good sort of a fodder for me mentally. I used to and while I was doing these questions, I used to take my own time in the classes. I used to be completely swallowed in that. I used to do it 24/7. So by that logic, the teacher used to feel I'm studying, so she used to not miss me, and I used to do my own work. So that's how I used to study. So I started my preparation for CAT. I just on the chat in about
Yes, in the
third year.
chat. Superb. Okay, great.
Yeah. In the third year engineering, I started my preparation of CAT in about fifth semester ending. That's when I started my engineering preparation. Simultaneously, I was building up my profile. I was into a lot of these extracurriculars, and I had an internship at IIM Lucknow, and I had one or two startups I had interned with in sales domain. So that's how I used to build up my profile simultaneously. Now the bigger question was, I was not really sure as to whether I'm going to go for the placement or CAT. So I decided to have placement as a backup. And what happened is I have a zero on motivation because when you're reading this nonsense on Quora that you're not going to make it to IIM Ahmedabad or Bangalore and Lucknow and things like that, you don't really have a reason to study. And you start doubting yourself. When you're a low academic guy in engineering, people are constantly insulting you, and you're always made fun of. You're the guy who is always derided. So then what happened is in SPC, a company visited with the highest package, about 13 lakhs. Back then it was a big package. And I went on to the very last round of that thing, last round, okay. And that's where the founder, and it was not even an interview, it was the letter signing. He asked me, do you read newspapers? So I said, yes, I do. Then he's like, which newspaper do you read? So I said, I read the Hindu. He's like, why? And I knew the answer should have been some sort of made up crap, but I decided to give a very honest answer. And back then I don't know why I gave that answer. I'm like, because it helps me in RCs. And he was like, are you preparing for CAT? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, we'll get back to you. And my offer what cancelled instantly. And that's where from absolute motivation to all those people with a low academic record, I went on to like a person who was always getting ignored again. But that instilled huge amount of confidence in me that there's something I can do about it. There's something I can do, and it's not that I'm bad in it. And that's when my CAT preparation, while it was going good, I decided to get into full swing. So, because I had been preparing, solving RC, solving CAT, DI, solving verbal and things like that, I ever had a good conceptual base. So this is where your preparation comes into the picture. Any preparation, till you don't have a good conceptual base on at least 80% of the topics, you aren't going to go anywhere. Don't run behind formulas. Don't run behind nonsensical, tricks and things like that. Run behind the concepts, and that's the best way to go about it. Okay, concepts is the key to do. And coming on to verbal also, you have to read a lot. You have to be a good reader. So while I was preparing for CAT, that's because I was very good with concepts. I decided to give a lot of mocks. So every time I used to give a mock, I used to get a reasonable score in quant. I don't often remember getting a low score in quant, a horrible score in VA, and not a very good score in DI also. Okay, so that's when I decided to, because I was getting okayish in the mocks, but I decided that okayish is not good for me. Okayish is good for a person with very, very good academics. So I decided that, okay, that's how I'm going to go. And so I'll just share my screen one minute. I'll just show you my sectional scores, okay? My sectional scores were, I had a 99.8 in quant, a 97 in verbal, and a 96 in DI. So that goes on to show that when you're preparing, keep one section so strong that irrespective of what might happen, you'll always ace it. So that's how I prepared for my CAT. I kept one section, that is quantitative aptitude, very, very, very strong. And all of you sitting over here must be having one favorite section. It's not possible that you are very bad at all three sections, or you don't like any of the sections, or you're very good at all three sections. I hope you're good at all three sections, but let's just be practical. So that's what I want to convey. First thing is that, second thing is that you have to have a strong section, and irrespective of the level of the paper, irrespective of how the paper comes, you have to be very good at it. So yeah, I just got one in the chat that you're bad at quant. Okay, you might be good in VA or DI. So that's your call, okay, how to put it. So when I used to give my mocks, I used to make an Excel sheet as to this mock I had got this much score, इसमें इतना percentile, this mock itna score, blah blah blah. Whichever percent section I was not doing well, or was I had a very good preparation group also. We were a group of 3 or 4 people. One of them is in MDI Gurgaon, one of them is in SP Jain, one of them is in he got a good percentile but decided to repeat. So the recent group preparation. So we used to compare, how much score you got, how much score I got. Yeah, there's this guy who's asking me a good question. How did you do the mock analysis? See, if you're giving a 3-hour mock, your analysis should be 4 hours. Now, when you're analyzing a mock, ensure that you analyze it till the depth. I mean, let's take in quant, you get a low score. Why did you get a low score? Did you, when you attempted the section, was it complete Greek and Latin to you कि समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा है क्या चल रहा है, मतलब क्या कन्नड़ में लिखते तो भी ठीक होता है क्या चल रहा है, और you went all ऐसा होता कि मुझे आता है बट एग्जाम में नहीं आता, और the third part is कि मुझे आता है एग्जाम में नहीं था, मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है. So in case you're in the first part where you don't know, non, it's the Greek and Latin to you, you'll have to do it again and you'll have to do the concepts again and again. If it is about it, but you're not able to solve it in the exams, that's because you're running out of practice. Practice a lot of questions. See, the more you practice, the more you get. At the end of the day, it is just testing your 8th standard maths and 8th to 10th standard maths. Okay, the CAT is not an exam of the knowledge; it's an exam of your strategy. You have to do strategy अच्छे से. Yeah, this guy is asking me, is 2 months enough to prepare for CAT? Yes, it's more than enough. I know now that depends on person to person. Okay, I know people who given 3 mocks and got into IIM Ahmedabad. I know people who've been doing this for the past 2 years and have not got anywhere. I can solve 2 questions, but during the exam I make too many silly mistakes. That's a good question, Shikha. Basically, if you're making silly mistakes, that means you're running low on accuracy. You'll have to have a neat sheet of paper. When you solve it, your concentration should be 100%. अच्छे से लिखो, कभी भी गलतियां कर रहे हो, क्यों कर रहे हो silly mistakes? Are you multiplying 5 into 4 as 30? Then it's unacceptable, especially at this level. You have to be very, very high concentration. And to improve that concentration, you have to give a lot of sectional tests. एक एक घंटे के sectional test दिया करो at the same level of CAT. When you talk,
Sir, I have a question. I have a question here. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, sure.
When you gave your first mock and how much was the score? The first mock.
Okay, so I gave my first mock in about when I don't often remember the time, so it's not a very good.
What about approximate October, September, August?
So I gave my first mock in May 2017. That's 1.5 year pre my CAT.
Okay.
Yeah, so I gave my CAT in 2018. So I gave my no, first mock. No, I'm so sorry. First mock I gave in January 2018. Yeah, January 2018. So that's about 8 months pre my CAT. I had done one. I scored about a 93 percentile in the mock. So that's because my VA was very weak. But one thing I had done a good thing was I had given actual NMAT. NMAT did not have an eligibility for final year before being in the final year, because I wanted to be sure that अगर if I don't sit for placements, एक तो college हाथ में होना चाहिए, and there should be a practical evidence for that. Okay, so that's why I had given NMAT before that. I wasn't really keen on going over there, but I was more than happy to keep it over there.
Right. Okay, and so how much of mock scored 2 months before the exam, like almost same time of today?
Yeah, so this time I was scoring about 97, 98.
And score 100 plus.
So that depends on the level of the mock. See,
average
140, 150 तो आता था.
140, 150 touch हो रहा था 2 months before the exam.
Yeah, 2 months before. But then this time, see, क्या हुआ ना? Now what happened is at this time, a very good analytics company visited the college, so I got placed. Okay, so after getting placed, I got very distracted. So I left my preparation for like 15, 20 days. So that's when my friends were like, hey, you've been preparing this for like a long time now, and you're not meant for this 3 or 4 lakh job. You're meant for something big, so you have to prepare. And always these friends, your family, they'll be your biggest support throughout your life. Okay, so they are like, don't do anything, you're not coming with us for any outing, you're just going to sit and prepare. They used to never take me, and they used to ensure that I prepare. So I used to prepare day in, day out for this thing. And yeah, so I got this question about from this one. I have usually 99, 98, 99 in DRC and DA and 99, but I'm not good in squat. The attempt rate is 12. How should I prepare further in 2 months? Yeah, so your name is Amrita. So basically, that's a good score in DI, and that's a very good score in DA also. For your quant, again, just tell me what your attempt rate is low. Is it because your speed is low, or you don't know what is going on? Just be very specific with your problem. Okay. So coming back to the question about so that's when I prepared wholeheartedly. I've given like a lot of mocks, because धीरे na sir, I started enjoying this process, of making myself better in every mock. But I started seeing it as a game. ये मौक में इतना आया, इसको इतना आया, and धीरे धीरे the more you do, the more you start enjoying it. That's pretty much there with every life. uh, that's when I used to. How many sectional tests you gave? I gave about 30 sectional tests per chapter, and that's why in the end only 1 month, that's where I gave my 30 sectional tests. Okay, so coming back to this, so when I gave my cat and when I calculated the score, I knew I was going to get a good score, but I didn't know whether I'll get the calls or not. In fact, I was not even going to join the preparation classes for GDPI because I was like, calls aayenge ki nahi. So that's when I saw the first criteria of, I'm like, hey, at my acads also, I'm going to get a lot of calls, about 8 to 10, and all of them are decent colleges. All of them had an average package of about 19, 18, 19 back then. So I was like, even if I can convert one of them, there will be a difference between me and probably I am Lucknow guy, but I'll say, okay, let's see what to do. So I got a lot of calls. Okay, I got a Kozhikode call, Scal call, Shillong call, MDA call, FMS call. Yeah, in some of the interviews, I was constantly nitpicked for my academics. I remember in my one of the interviews, that guy drew a graph 90, 80, and the sudden drop. So that's how it happened. So that's how I went with my cat prep. And when I came to my GDPI prep, I knew I didn't have very extraordinary profile. I was not a ranker or sports person or musician or CA, CFA, something like that. But I had read so much during my cat, general GK, general books and things like that, that proved to be a very good beneficial in my GDPI. Whichever GK question was asked to me, I was able to ace it. I was able to do it, and that proved to me a big thing. So when you prepare for CAT, especially in the VA section, because I'm getting a lot of questions from the VA part. See, VA is the best section to prepare. You get to enjoy while you prepare. You get to read newspapers, you get to read editorials, magazines, and that not just helps you in your CAT preparation, but you become a better person intellectually. You read about great authors writing and things like that. So reading should be your biggest hobby as of now. Chuck that Netflix for some time, chuck that Wink music for some time, chuck that YouTube for some time, and get back to reading. And reading is an amazing hobby. I developed it while I was preparing for CAT. Oh yeah, so I'll just come back to a question. Please share your RC reading strategy. Oh, that's a good question. Basically, RC में कैसा है ना? When you read an RC, unless and until, see, in VARC, the scores are very, very high. You take it in writing. Anybody with a decent VARC score, irrespective of the level of the paper, will attempt about 26 plus at least. And in ours year, in 2018, the paper was easy. So we attempted 30 plus. So your attempt rate should be high in VARC. Remember this always. Unless and until the paper is drastically tough, like in ZAT or something like that. So reading strategy should be, you have to choose an RC very well. Science and technology, general knowledge, history, all these are fact-based RCs. Okay, these RCs are very fact-based. जो है direct questions आने का chance अच्छा होता है. Oh, just I have one question, sir. Am I audible completely, or my voice is breaking? Hello, I'm audible. Okay, so basically, whenever you choose an RC, see, CAT is an exam of strategy, as I said. So choosing an RC should be the most important part. Sometimes it may so happen that you have a very difficult philosophy Socrates related RC in the first place. Now that has purposely been kept to you by the examiner to demotivate you. Okay, don't fall for his trap. Go for the second RC, solve it. There will always be easy RCs. These easy RCs typically come from the section of science and tech, engineering, you talk of history and fact based hota hai na, but philosophy, this, that, so that you'll have to do. So coming on to how did you manage to prepare all three sections in a day, like every day? I didn't prepare for all three sections in a day, like every day. I used to give mocks, weekly mocks, and in case I'm weak in one particular section, I used to focus on that week in that section. Like, and let's take this week, I scored very low in DIR. I used to prepare hard for DIR. So coming back to the DIR preparation, accuracy. Time duration sidetracks me Shikha. I think want to specific number, but if I focus on accuracy, I might see accuracy. You cannot really say I have a very high speed and I have a very low accuracy. Simultaneously, you cannot say I have a very high speed accuracy but I have a very low speed, because it makes no sense. To be a good manager, you have to be nimble in your decisions, but you also have to be accurate in your decisions. So you can't say that you have to have both. So just tell me whether if you are low on speed, then you have to practice. The practice is the part. Pick up Arun Sharma and practice if you want. The question difficulty level is high, but difficult question make you think higher. Last mock I scored only 3 QA sections, but the accuracy was, I want to know the balance. QA, Amit Verma, are you an engineer? Just tell me that, or you have a mathematical background or something like that. Okay. Obviously, please don't fall for this trap of reading the question first and then going back to the RC. That could work for an exam like NMAT where there are a lot of direct level questions. I don't often remember any CAT paper having a direct question from the RC. So Amit Verma, you have to do your quant very well because engineers generally ace quants. You have to do it very well. You have to practice from Arun Sharma or any material online. Practice the CAT question papers, ZAT question papers. And ever you start feeling the CAT question paper is easy, go to the ZAT question papers. They'll be a good source. What is the preparation strategy for VRC? As I told you, reading every day from a good source. Now, what I used to do is I had done this good trick. I had downloaded the newspaper from Nigeria, okay, because they had very high level English, and in CAT basically you have to form all the opinion based on that RC only. If you read an editorial related to politics in India, you have a preconceived opinion, and that might taint your opinion regarding, taint the author's point of view. Whole and sole reason for an attempt on RC is to get the author's point of view. Think like the author. Okay, so similarly, I used to download these newspapers where I had no idea about, but similarly, they had a good level of English. So that helped me to understand the judgments based on the author's point of view. So word power, can I start from? Don't start from word power. Word power is for vocabulary. See, CAT has never ever tested on vocabulary. At least in the past 3 to 4 years, there haven't been any questions on vocabulary. So I know people with amazing flowery English, but they haven't been able to ace CAT because, see, all said and done, if you take the CAT paper, the last year 2019 paper also, hardly 3 से 4 शब्दों में जो तुम्हें मीनिंग नहीं पता होगा, ठीक है? Yes, I cracked my CAT in the first attempt. See, I'm not answering any question related to CATs because that's very personal. Please tell me strategies for VRC. Even completed the whole syllabus. Can you tell me what do you mean by the whole syllabus? What are the RC sources of website? That's a good question. You can read this place called AL Daily. That's a good level, high level RCs. You can read the Hindu, the Indian Express editorial. Emphasis on the word editorial. You can read books like Arvinda Adiga or things like that, The White Tiger and things like that when you are free for your recreation purposes. Other than that, you can read. I used to distinctly remember I used to read this paper. I used to read the Tribune and things like that also. So basically you have to read high level things. Should I skip inference and CR based question? Absolutely no. The inference and CR based question form a huge parts of your RC. They are almost 50% of your RC. So VRC. I am a beginner. How to start VRC? Can you tell me what do you mean by beginner? Okay, so I'll get back to the topic of my GDPI prep. So while I used to ace GDPI preps in GDPIs because I did not have a good profile. I did not have good ACADS. I mean, I had studied my branch well before going on today. So I had a good theoretical knowledge base of my ACADS by then. And I'll just complete this and get back to the questions. Because I read a lot during my preparation, I had a good understanding of this general world politics, the US-China trade war and things like that. I used to really enjoy reading those things. But then I had prepared an essay for my career goals. See, even people with amazing profiles are not clear on their career goals. And mind you, profiles they can just get you the shortlist. After that, it's about you. And majority of the Indian colleges don't have a lot of weightage in the profile. It's your 10th, 12 GAT score, your work experience, and your CAT score, and your interview score, obviously. So you can have an interview based on nothing based on profile, and a lot of my interviews have gone on that. So coming on to the GDPI, you have to ace. So because I had prepared for CAT so well in VRC and things like that, I had a good knowledge base, and that helped me in the interviews. Oh yeah, coming back to the question, just studying for CAT 2020. So when you say studying, are you from vernacular medium that you don't know? मतलब तुम्हें समझ में नहीं आता क्या चल रहा है RC में? It's complete Greek and Latin to you. From where, how can I solve RC so that I can score well? I scored -2 in VRC. Please help, I'm worried. Why did you score -2? What were your attempts and what were your see, when you go wrong, okay, like, do you see typically when you solve an RC, the process of thinking is very standardized. 4 options come, out of which 2 will be drastically wrong. वो होंगे ही नहीं तुम्हारे RC के, ठीक है? तुम्हें पता ही नहीं हो क्या चल रहा है. the two will be very close to each other. For example, this is what only he said and this is what he said. So the game boils down to the word only. So you have to be, those two questions we have to see. So whenever you're analyzing a VRC mock, first step is to at least get down to those two options. जो तुमने मार्क किया है और जो करेक्ट आंसर है, ठीक है. सपोज C and D was the options which you walked down. C and D were the options to which the examiner walked down. Okay, and he marked D and you marked C. If you have reached this step, then 60% of your job is done. Now, when you're evaluating between two closed options, you have to be very, that is where the game comes in. So when you're evaluating between two very close options, let's take C and option D are very close. That comes with practice. Okay, that comes with solving a lot of RCs and seeing the video solution or the detailed solution or something like that. You'll have to start thinking like an examiner. Okay, so when, or you can talk to your professors one-on-one, and that, or make him solve the RC. I had done that to my professor once. I made him solve the RC, typically philosophy RCs and things like that. Yeah, how many RCs did you solve in real exam? Because now I'm able to do 3, so 3 is a decent amount. You have to solve more, but 4 or 5 should be good. I attempted 2 RCs, and rest of theta includes parajumble base. Actually, I got confused with 2 options. I didn't get your question. I'm not able to score. If I do a topic after 2 weeks, I'll just forget them. See, when you say forget them, what do you mean? As I told you, if you study conceptually, it's 8th standard maths and physics, profit and loss. If you mug up the formulas, you'll absolutely forget it. It's about understanding what do you mean by profit, what do you mean by loss, having an intuition for the same. So, basically, if you see the easier topics in CAT are asked very high, speed, distance, time, area, and things like that. There are 6 standard topics. Any suggestion for non-engineers? Typically, I'm not trying to stereotype, but non-engineers, a lot of them are not good at quant. So again, as I told you, start from the basics. Start from NCERT if you want. It will be a time waste, but at least the concepts will be clear. Once your concepts are clear, 50% of the job is done there. See, if CAT is given by 100 people, 80% of the people don't even know what is going on in the exam. That much I can assure you. I got full theta wrong, so will it affect my percentile? See, theta generally doesn't really carry any negative marking, so no, it will not affect the percentile. But why do you want to waste your time solving theta? See, theta has been, from what I remember, theta was 5 questions, you have to arrange it. Now it has been made 5 sentences, you have to arrange it. Now it was 4 in 2018. I don't know in 2019. So theta has been made easier. From 120 possible combos, you come down straight away to 24 possible combos. So theta, unless and until you're absolutely sure, you can check that. Oh yeah, there's this question on fresher versus WorkX thingy. So that again depends on whether fresher has the better ROI in terms of salary and in terms of learning, because you start your first job with a good MBA. A WorkX person carries more logical thinking, more seriousness, and a better objective when to do an MBA. So, did you work on your profile after CAT exam or before? See, profile, you shouldn't consciously work on it. Okay, like let's take you have WorkX of 2 years in ZS. Now you didn't work in ZS to make a profile. Okay, you worked it as a job. Now that is a very good experience to have. Okay, see, don't just run VN certifications and some participate in stupid competitions here and there. Win them. Okay, if you want to build a profile, win them. Okay, participation carries no value. That much I can tell you. And if you read a lot of experiences in IIM interviews, your first question will be why do you want to do an MBA? Now this is the question where you steer the interview. If suppose you say I want to do marketing. Okay, let's take you say I want to do marketing. You have to have something to show him, na कि मैंने marketing में किया है. Yeah, I have done sales of this, so I have done this and that. Or other option would be I know a lot of marketing. Like one of his friends did not have a single internship. So, but he was able to convert because he knew the concepts well of marketing, and he was a good talker. Okay, he was able to sell that. He had a standard question called "Sell me the pen," and he could sell it. Okay, so he was able to convert it. These things do not come by profile; they just come in naturally. Good question. Why not I am Ahmedabad for 99.5? See, firstly, I'm a GEM candidate, general engineer male. I have, as you see, my ACADS is not the strongest, but 99.5, irrespective if ACADS is not enough, I am Ahmedabad for the GEM candidate. You need 99.8, 99.9 to do that. Any tips for parajumbles? Yes. See, firstly, parajumbles, you have to, again, see, the thing is parajumbles firstly shortlisting. See, guys, remember one thing, whenever I'm giving you a tip, the assumption I'm doing is that you're shortlisting the right questions, okay? CAT is a game of strategy, and the first strategy of a good manager would be to shortlist good projects, okay? So, you will have to shortlist proper RCs, proper questions. There are certain questions which are kept so that the examiner doesn't want you to attempt them. They are difficult ones. Okay. So similarly, you have to shortlist proper questions. So para jumbles easier one देख के shortlist मारो छोटे छोटे वाले अच्छे दिखने वाले और क्या बोलते हैं then find the connector words and but the same way they are connector words. So when you see the first word as same way of a particular sentence and you read the sentence, now you know which sentence is preceding it. So you look at the other three sentences and try to find out that one combo is set. Similarly, now you see whether the subject is introduced, like there's a name in the particular sentence in the parajumble. So that is obviously the first sentence because you have to introduce the character right before doing that. Again, this is a very general level tip. You can be more specific while answering it. Why not I am Ahmedabad? I've already answered. DILR strategy, that's a good question. DILR is a game of choosing. See, DILR is a low scoring section in CAT. I remember my friend had 50 marks in DILR. That's about getting 12 questions correct on 30. And 30, yeah, 32. So basically that's, and here 99.xx percentile in DIR. So DIR is a game of choosing. You choose proper four sets, you are in with a shout at 98 and 99. You're flirting with 98 and 99 over there. So first, and even to reject a set in DIR, you have to give 5 minutes to a set to understand कि ये set मेरे को नहीं आता है, मेरे को reject करना है, ठीक है? So basically first just have a brief glance through all the 8 sets of DIR. कैसे चल रहा है, क्या चल रहा है, कहाँ there's a pit put, कहाँ गड़बड़ होने का chance है, things like that. Then have a cursory glance. See, if you, let's say you see 3 pie charts. Okay, now there's an intuition because of practice that you know that you can do well in that pie chart thing. So go in the pie chart set. 80% chance है easy रहेगा. And 90, and there's a 20% chance it may be difficult. Let's say in 5 minutes you realize कि ये नहीं होने वाला. You leave it. Okay. So वही है. How do you solve the graph question? Like what are your strategies? You see, graph questions are on the easier side of things. So interpretation of graphs, you can do it from NCERT. There's a chapter on that. Or you can, I was good in it because I was from engineering background. So I had been doing this for the rest of my life, so for the most of my life. So I was good in it. But otherwise, practice graph questions. Go on Google, check from a good source, credible source, download the graph question and solve it. Understand what a graph is trying to say and things like that. Graph questions are the easiest DIR. I didn't choose IFMS, so okay, I'm not getting over there. What are topics you have completed in each section and topics you motivated you to move on? Completed first in each section. See, kaisa hai na, in VA it's obviously the RCs. The RCs are much more scoring for this and the parajumbles is, I don't often remember anybody saying the reverse. Okay, I mean it's possible for a particular set of people that the parajumbles were scoring, but generally the RCs are scoring. Coming on to the DIR part of it, as I told you, is to find the easy question and solve it. It's that about it. You have to find the easy question, solve it. That's all in DIR. Find 4 easy sets, solve them 100%. Because once you know, like let's take a rearrangement question. तुमने rearrangement कर दिया, okay? तो तुम्हें पता है कि कैसे कैसे कहाँ कहाँ डालने का है. क्वेश्चन इज सॉल्व. 2 से 3 सेकंड लगेगा ऑप्शंस मार्क करने में, ठीक है? So that is what the things. Once you choose 4 easy sets, 60% of the job is done. Solving that would be the rest of the 40% of the job, and that's not a very difficult job. The main job is on the selection part. So whenever you are arranging the sets, whenever you're choosing the sets, ensure that you choose the easier ones. If in case you see the video solution and you realize that this set is not to be chosen, और ये तो साला मैं क्यों गया इस set के लिए, so you should have avoid. That's where you are making the problem. Okay, what all exams you gave and all online? Because I had given NMAT, I had given SCAT, I overslept on the SAT case, so I didn't give SAT. I had given CET. Okay, that's 4 I had given. Okay. After 2 hours of mark, I feel tired and my quant hampers. How do I do? That's a good question. Everybody feels fatigued after because of mark. So you can just have a glass of water or something like that. And see, it's a 3-hour stamina test. You have to do it. Maybe if you feel tired, you could give more and more easier marks to help you sit at one particular place. See, sitting at one particular place for 3 hours is a very difficult quality for an Indian student. So do that. Non-AM calls, I had IIT Bombay, MDI, FMS. NMIMS, yeah, that's all. Okay. So what topics were tough for you in all 3 sections? Okay, that's a good question. VARC, the whole section is just one part. So VARC, I used to find the parajumbles really tough. The summary ones were very easy. I don't know if there's new question type which was introduced last year, but parajumbles were tough. DIR, all the LR questions, the rearrangement part or the games and something, games and tournaments part, I used to find it difficult. Quants I was fairly okay with, but I never really studied that. There was this topic I remember. I forgot the name, but it was commercial mathematics. I forgot the name, but it was related to commercial. Did you get a call from SP Jammer? No. Oh, it is. Again, see all these questions now. You can ask me once you get both the calls. If you get an IIM Shillong call and an IIT call, and then you come to me, hey, I've got these calls, which if you get advice you have to choose. So don't ask these questions now. Typically, now your strategy should be completely on now scoring. Okay. Coming back to 5 and DRC and LREZ with quant stuff. Vaishnavi, can you tell me your background? Good sources for DL, that's a good question. So basically, you can rely on the previous CAT papers. So that would be 8 into 2, 16, 16 into 3, 48 sets to वहीं पे मिल गए तुम्हें. And your coaching classes mocks, all mocks, irrespective of whether you attempt or not, irrespective of whether you could solve or not. That paper in the exam, after that you should attempt that, so that will make it a complete set of 200 to 300 questions. So that would be a good set. 200 300 questions, even CAT topper doesn't solve, I'm sure about it. Okay.
All right, I think we covered up almost everything on earth.
Yeah.
So first of all, thank you very much, yaar. Thank you, Rishi, very much for coming on and helping us out. Thank you. I'll just switch off the recording.